Welcome to my stream. Not in the kitchen today. We're being the food critics today, or tonight. I'm Philly, and Hubs will be here in a minute. He's coming from, a visit to the gym, and we are having QT Vietnamese tonight. So, as you might know, we love all different kinds of Asian cuisines. We love Vietnamese, and what we've not had a traditional banh mi yet. We've made some versions, we've had some versions at restaurants, but never had, the traditional from an authentic place. So I'm super excited about it. I've heard great things about this restaurant, this takeout place. I'm going to tell you a little bit about that now. It is called QT Vietnamese Sandwich. It's in Chinatown here in Philly. It's on North 10th Street. And they've been around for quite a while. The information I think is wrong in my description. I will change that. I think they know they've been open since 2011. It might have been even a little bit sooner than that. When I was doing my research, it was really hard to find out when they first came on the scene. So I just kept trying to find, when the earliest I heard anyone talking about it. And I think people talked about it pretty quick upon its arrival. It was known for these great sandwiches that were actually not very expensive at all. So it was like this great buy for lunch or dinner, which, especially these days while inflation is going crazy, having a good buy is great. Although I will tell you, I saw some of their reviews and some of the prices from back in, I think it was 2011, and a lot has changed. So I think the price is probably almost double what it was back then, which is crazy. But I still hear great things about them, so I'm really excited to try. So a little bit about banh mi and how it came into Vietnamese culture. Bread was first introduced in the late 18th century when Vietnam fell under French colonial rule. And the first banh mi was a French baguette with ham or pate. And in 1954, when the French rule ended, the Vietnamese people began to kind of create their own influence with banh mi. And so there was a special spread, there were cured hams, pickled vegetables, cilantro, and fresh chilies for heat were added for flavor. Hey DS, how are you? Oh yes, Vietnamese food is amazing. In fact, it's going to be a Vietnamese weekend except for my stream on Sunday, which will be an ode to Ukraine with the continuing war there. But we're having the banh mi tonight. Tomorrow I'm making shaking beef, and on Sunday we're going to this Vietnamese restaurant, and I'm forgetting the name of it now, but I'll make sure I post stuff on Twitter. We're going to this Vietnamese BYO restaurant down in East Passyunk, and I've heard great things about it, and I cannot wait to go there and try their food. So absolutely love Vietnamese. And there's a couple different Vietnamese places that we've ordered takeout from before. And, I've made the vermicelli bowls. And I think one of the things I love most about Vietnamese food is I don't feel gross after it. Does that make sense? Sometimes when we order takeout or we order, some of the other cuisines, and part of it's because we overindulge, mind you, but there's so much freshness and fresh vegetables that I always feel really good afterwards. Oh, thank you. So I try to do my research, and I will say QT Vietnamese had a lot of this information on their website, so I appreciated that they had shared it with me. Archie, I know. Hubs is downstairs in our lobby waiting for the delivery. When I called the restaurant, they said that it had left, but they weren't sure how many deliveries were ahead of me. So I have a lot of great things to say about them. In fact, this will be the first one that I'm going to give in a while a score to Friendliness, and we'll talk about that once Hubs gets here. However, I am a little blue that it's 6:22 and my food's still not here. So I'm not going to lie, because I asked for a 6 o'clock delivery time. So a little disappointed about that. I'm not going to lie. And let me see here. Yes, hubby's coming from a workout, so he is hungry. He's probably a little stinky, but yes, he is completely sober, of course. And let me see what you said. Oh, Maddie. Oh, thank you. So it hasn't, yeah. So Matt, our son is on, and yeah, food hasn't arrived yet. So I see that he's texting you. So yeah, I don't know what to say. Matt, when I called the restaurant, they said it's on their way, so we're still waiting. So you just got in, you were out to dinner with your buddy. Where'd you go, Arch? Where'd you go out to get a bite? And yes, oh my gosh. And DS, honestly, just like New York, I mean, Philly has so many great restaurants, right? I mean, and every cuisine you can imagine. But as I was mentioning, so Sunday we're going to this BYO Vietnamese restaurant, and I'm very excited about it. Like I said, heard great things. So yeah, it's gonna be 3 nights of Vietnamese cooking. So I'm super excited about it. And I've never made shaking beef, so I'm gonna be making that tomorrow night. So excited to make that for the first time. The restaurant, by the way, when it did come here back in 2011-ish, or maybe a little earlier, one of the things that, because it's so popular, is they also have a food truck that goes to University City at times. And it's also available for private events, weddings, business lunches, dinners, et cetera, et cetera. So I thought that was really pretty cool. The menu was pretty simple. I personally am not a big lunch meat person. So while I heard that the QT special was very popular, it does have a lot of lunch meat. So I just am not a big fan of, like, I'm really fussy if I have any lunch meat. So that's why for our dinner, I picked, let me catch up now. For my dinner, I picked, I think he's here. For my dinner, what's that?
Poor guy was on a bike, man.
I know, he was taking a bike. They told me that when I called the restaurant. But I picked for us lemongrass beef and barbecue pork. So I also bought a lunch for myself tomorrow. Hubs doesn't know that yet. So one of these things you're gonna put in the fridge because it's my lunch tomorrow. Because you know what? Mama makes her lunch every day. I'm a teacher. I'm making those salads every day, and I thought, I think I might need some scissors in a moment. But I thought to myself, I am buying a little extra. I'm buying some summer rolls for lunch tomorrow. Oh my gosh, this smells so good, by the way. Can I just say? The smells from this banh mi is amazing. Okay, let me catch up on the chat. I'm a little bit behind here. Okay, so let's see here. Archie said he was at the Ounce Bar and Kitchen. Ooh, so what'd you get? What was on your plate, Arch? And Maddie says, I was gonna make a hoisin honey chicken dish tonight, but now I'm feeling lazy. Oh, make it. Oh, and I gotta compliment my son. He makes absolute yummy food. I'm telling you, for any of the young ladies out there, he is quite the catch because he cooks. I know, he's gonna hate me now. Do you mind putting this in the fridge for me, please? Mm-hmm. So these are their summer rolls. I got chicken summer rolls, which I'm not accustomed to getting. And I actually see that these summer rolls have been seared, it looks like. That can't be. No, I think it's just the chicken coming through the rice paper. So they're a little slender for summer rolls. I've got summer rolls that are a little bit plumper, but this is what I've been waiting for. So we have beef banh mi and pork barbecue banh mi. Oh my gosh, these smell amazing. Let me get that mess out. So Hubs, you don't know this, but I actually called, and by the way, these I'm of course sharing, but we're going to halvesy it. So when I called, I wanted to make sure, I wasn't really sure what would be the best way to order delivery. So when I saw on their website, I saw they worked with Grubhub, and I also saw they had this other kind of catering part, but that was more for during the day. I think for businesses and even small companies, if they want to kind of have a catered lunch, there's a form for that you can get right through the website. So I called today and I said, hey, I'm looking to place an order. What would you suggest? I also wanted to find out how late they're open because they don't stay open super late. And she did say, probably the last order would be at 6 o'clock. So keep that in mind if you're ever ordering dinner, if you're in the Philly area. And anyways, she said, oh, it'd be great if you could order through us because, Grubhub takes like 30%. And I have no problem with, ordering through the restaurant. I think that's great. So they have a delivery person that takes a bike, and she just wanted to make sure we weren't too far away, and we're pretty close. So that was all fine and good. So my only thing I'm going to give Friendliness, actually, because we have a 1 to 5. I'm going to put that down now so I don't forget. Giving a 5. She was lovely. She was lovely and helpful on the phone. The only thing I'm a little sad about is it took a little late. So it just got here just a few minutes ago, right? Yeah.
I got it, and then I came upstairs.
Okay, all right. And I grabbed a beer, by the way, because I always feel like something light and crisp is good for Vietnamese food. Okay,
So
all right.
he was hustling.
Oh, no, the main thing is if there were deliveries ahead of us, that would have been a problem. So let me get these split right away, and let me catch up back in the chat. Let's see, here, are we gonna need a knife? Nope, I don't think we're gonna need a knife. Which one's this? This is the pork barbecue. Oh, and this bread. This bread, let me just show you the inside of this first. You can see that. See that? This is like crispy on the outside. If you can hear that, but it's nice and fluffy on the inside. So that is the pork barbecue. And I will check the chat in just a second. Let me see here. And now this one is the lemongrass beef. So let's see. They've just wrapped it here in, you know, this like, it's almost like the paper you use for when you're moving. And that will be, I think it's just to help it breathe, so it does not take away the crispiness from the bread. So I appreciate that. I appreciate the thoughtfulness in that. They do on the website, they ask whether you would like to have utensils or not, and we did not need them. So I, of course, said no, I don't want any wasted utensils. Oh, let me show that, by the way. So this is the, we're not eating yet. This is the lemongrass beef. There, you can see. Lovely. Got all that beef in there. So let me check out and see what everyone is doing. So yes, Matt is getting fancy. He's a great cook. In fact, I saw that Lila's on Twitter, her son just cooked a meal. Now he's still at home with them, but I was a little bit jealous that my son wasn't home to cook a meal for his mama. But you know, one of these days, Matt, right? So Archie said I had a Chateaubriand for, oh my goodness, fancy. That is a fancy dinner and sounds excellent. And juniper gravy.
Wow.
Pork and juniper gravy. That sounds amazing.
I haven't had Chateaubriand since I was...
Archie's thankful you're sober.
Yeah.
They butcher their own beef and dry age. Oh, Archie, that sounds like a fabulous place. If we ever get to England, I'm going to ask you for that recommendation. That sounds amazing.
Hello, DS.
Okay, so Maddie's gonna suck it up and start cooking. Make sure you share a picture, babe. You need to share more pictures with Mama when you make your yummy stuff, by the way. Yes, there he is. All right, awesome. So let's try. Okay, so which one did you just try?
I haven't tried anything.
Okay, so let's try, want to try the barbecue pork one first?
That's
that one,
okay. Yeah, that's
so try that.
So good.
Really flavorful. I want to look inside, by the way. Oh my goodness. Not too spicy. So I'm noticing inside. Let me show without all dumping. So I'm noticing we have the barbecue pork, which has a nice sweet and saltiness at the bottom. We've got the veggies that have been marinated. Looks like maybe some, is that cilantro? That's cilantro. And I don't see any jalapenos. I did ask for jalapeno. She asked, wait, oh, there's a jalapeno. I take that back. You know jalapenos, sometimes they're hot, sometimes they're not. I might actually, because you can, oh, thank you, sweetie. You can actually order extra jalapenos. I might, because I know I like a little spice, right?
You're spicy.
I'm spicy. He likes me spicy.
Very good. You know, it's what I didn't expect. I didn't expect the bun. The bun's really good, but it's like...
It's French bread.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Was I supposed to know that?
No, he missed the whole intro.
Oh.
No, what I was telling him is the history of banh mi was on Vietnamese, QT Vietnamese website. And they were talking, that's the French influence when they were a colony.
I didn't know that.
And then that's what introduced them to the French bread. And then once they regained their control, they kind of made it their own then and added their own ingredients. So I will tell you, a lot of times banh mi does have like their lunch meats that they would put in there. And sometimes there's pate. I don't know, do we have pate in ours? Because I know sometimes that can be there too. I can't tell.
I don't think so.
Okay. So there's a lot, and for vegetarians, there's tofu. There's a lot of different combinations.
They're great flavors.
Great flavor. And what I like is that they're salty. I would love a little more spicy, but that's not their fault because I know jalapenos. It depends on your jalapeno. They're salty. There's a little sour from the the dressing.
Oh, look. I can't read. I have my glasses on.
Hi, Alvin.
Bye, DS.
Hello, Alvin. No, excuse me while I'm eating. Welcome to the stream. We are trying, this is a barbecue pork banh mi from QT Vietnamese Sandwich in Philadelphia. They're a takeout place. It is absolutely delicious. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for saying hello. And if there's anybody else watching the stream, please feel free to pop in and say hi. We're going to be giving our review. So our try or buy, Alvin, in case you're not aware, our try or buy is an opportunity that we take to get a takeout place from Philadelphia, one that is predominantly takeout. They might have a few seats, but that's like the main bread and butter. And then we have a rating system that at the end of this we'll go through and give them a rating and give our honest rating.
How do you pick these?
I pick them by doing research of, I do lots of Google searches for different kinds of food. I look for like best takeout places. This one came out because of the Vietnamese. Yeah, I just try to like really get some research and then new places. Now, unfortunately, sometimes the new places, they don't have dinner. Like we have a great, and you guys, if you're on Twitter with me, you've seen, I've taken pictures of the Cubanos, but they're only lunch. And so I can't do a stream on them because it's dinner time that we should do
that's
this.
really good.
But they are awesome.
All right, let's go.
Alvin, that's great. And then, and you have to go. Thanks, DS. Thanks for popping in. All right, so now we're going to try the lemongrass beef. So this first one was the barbecue pork. I will say there is a lot of beef in here. Oh.
Yeah, these don't suck.
Oh my goodness. So, wow. Okay. So one thing I'm noticing right away, first of all, they're both delicious, but they're both different. There's definitely more beef, and it could have just been whoever made the sandwich. There's definitely more beef than the pork. So if you're feeling hungry, unless it was just who made my sandwich, it's a little heartier portion. I love lemongrass beef. So a lot of times I'll get a lemongrass vermicelli bowl. I just love the flavors. And so that I can taste right off the bat. But that with the marinated vegetables, and this one has just a tiny bit more heat. It's not spicy, but it just has a little, my jalapeno here has just a little more bite to it.
Yeah,
this one I really couldn't taste the jalapeno at all. It is on here, it just wasn't the hot one. Whereas this is more salty sweet meat. This is more that herbal, it's not herbal, but that lemongrass, that kind of, it feels herbal to me, even though lemongrass isn't herbal.
I don't know which one I like better.
And the salad.
Oh,
it's so good.
Actually, it's got some heat on the pork one.
Oh. I'm telling you, it depends on the jalapeno. There's cucumber on here. The marinated vegetables are delicious.
Oh no, there was a fair amount of heat on that jalapeno.
So you never know. So you want to watch.
I don't know which one.
Oh yes, definitely send pics, Archie. Alvin, you're Indonesian. Is that what you were saying?
He's in Indonesia.
You're in Indonesia. It was his I'm. So I wasn't sure.
Oh, my bad. I think I would do the same thing. I think I would split them. I like both. I wouldn't get one. I don't think I would. If I had to pick one,
I would like to have both. But we do that. I don't know. You have to let me know, friends. Do you do that if you're out with a friend or a spouse or a significant other? And again, just a friend. Do you ever split? Like we are very strategic when we go out because we kind of want to taste more things. So when we go out Sunday to the Vietnamese place, we're going to be very strategic so that we can split and try. And we just, like, that's why when the whole small plates thing hit, many years ago, we just loved it because I like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I mean, I'm all about that.
This was great.
Very good.
You want to rate?
The other thing I will say is these are filling because this is French bread, which is soft inside with a crispy out exterior, but that's filling.
So wait a minute. So all of these type of sandwiches
are in French bread.
Traditionally.
Huh.
Okay. Did not know that.
So now what we're going to do is we got to the point that we are going to do ratings. We are going to rate on Friendliness, which I can't. I spoke with them.
Well, the guy was whatever. I'm not going to do that.
You can do it because that is actually their delivery person. Do you know what I mean? Like that's not from Grubhub. That was from
Well,
the
I'm
place.
going to leave that NA.
Okay. Packaging, portion, presentation, aroma, temperature, texture, taste, and overall. Okay, let me figure this out.
I didn't see the packaging. I mean, I gave it to you.
Well, they were in that plastic bag wrapped in paper.
Okay.
And that was it.
And that's like
That's like
what you wrap
what you wrap like
a cheesesteak.
moving if you're moving, or cheesesteak.
Yeah.
All right, or cheesesteak.
Okay.
And Archie asked ever so kindly if you would please do your research in the future before engaging in the stream.
Archie
Actually,
should know. I do no research.
Archie, just tell him to listen to the wife. That's the main thing.
That's what I always do.
All right, so let me see here. Okay. Okay.
Done. God, you're slow.
Oh, shush. He's so naughty.
She's the slowest rater.
Okay. Wait. Okay. All right. So I had spoken to them on the phone. So I gave Friendliness a 5 because super helpful. You know what I mean? Like you felt welcome as a customer. So I really appreciate it. She was answering my questions and helped me figure out.
Yep.
And like I said, I wanted to make sure we did it the way that they made the most money, which was directly ordering from them. So if you are in Philly and you call them and directly order from them, you can pay by cash when they deliver it, or you can give them the credit card information. And that way their delivery person will bring it to you. The only thing that you have to make sure about is how far away you are, because they will ask that, and make sure you're close enough. And so Center City is definitely okay, or on the immediate outskirts.
Chinatown, so what, 9th, 10th, something like that.
Yeah. And the other thing is just knowing, like, we had, like, I think you just have to be flexible in timing. It's a more traditional takeout, so it might take longer than you expect. So, and I am the most powerful one. I love that, Archie. That should be I'll be the TPO, the most power. TMPO, the most powerful one. I like that. My birthday's coming up soon. We're gonna bank on that. So packaging, what'd you put for packaging?
I did a 4 because I like when they do it in the paper.
Yeah, I did a 4. Like at first I will admit, at first I was thinking a 3 because it really wasn't much to the packaging. But then when I realized the reason, which is to keep the bread crisp on the outside, I did appreciate it because then it wouldn't get soggy. So I kind of got it. So I put a 4. Portion.
4.
I put a 4. Like it's a great portion.
Yep. Presentation.
I did a 4.
4.
What'd you do?
4.
4. Yeah.
I don't want you to
Aroma.
cheat. That was 5. It smelled awesome.
Oh, okay.
I thought it smelled good.
I did. I loved it, but maybe I should have given it a 5 because everything else was 4.
No, it's okay. You're allowed to have something different.
I know.
You're just wrong, but it's fine.
It smelled awesome. You saw me when it came here. I could just smell it.
Yep.
I think I meant a 5. When I think about my other 4s, I was more.
It's
okay.
It's okay.
I loved the smell. It smelled amazing.
Temperature.
4.
I did a 3. I thought it could have been a little bit warmer, but that's because it took forever to.
However, I will say no. The only thing I will say is the salad that goes on is cold, right?
I know.
So but that's okay. You can be wrong.
Okay.
You can be wrong if you
So maybe I'm wrong on that one. You're wrong on the aroma.
Absolutely.
Texture. 4.
So I did a 5 because I thought the bread was great and crispy, crunchy.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And then it had like the soft inside, and then the crunch of the vegetables, and then the soft bite of the meat. Taste. I did a 4.
I did a 5. I thought it was great.
Wow.
I thought both of them were phenomenal.
The only reason I didn't get a 5
really liked them.
is I know you hit a spicy spot, but I would have liked a little more heat.
No, I thought they were really good.
But I would just order differently. I would order extra jalapenos, and I could always take them off.
Yeah, right.
So overall,
4.
I give a 4. So even though their prices have gone up, like everyone's have, they still are a great deal. And this is a cult favorite. Like when I did the research, I realized people have been going to this place for years. It is a no-frills place in Chinatown, but they really put out great sandwiches. And they do a huge, I think, lunch crowd.
I would eat this.
So
if I was close by there at work, I would eat this all the time.
And they do have, mostly they're known for the banh mi. They do have a couple. They have some spring rolls and one summer roll that you can get whatever protein you want. And then they also have some soup. So they're not a big menu, but they have a couple things.
Subs, you're always wrong. Of course I am.
Absolutely. And as long as he always says he's wrong, then he makes it right with wife.
She who must be obeyed.
Archie, you know me so well, and I truly appreciate that about you. So thank you, DS and Maddie and Alvin and Archie for joining us. I am going to end the stream soon so I can finish eating without being on camera, where I feel like it's all coming out of my mouth. As you can see, Hubs has no problem with being a pig on the stream. I'm just teasing. No, he's had a workout. I'm sure you're starving. True. But I would totally recommend QT Vietnamese Sandwich. And one of the things, so a couple things. One, we have a stream coming this Sunday. It'll be 1 year. March 5th last year was my first stream, and we streamed a Ukrainian dish because the war had started not that long ago, and we were trying to raise money and honor the people of Ukraine and support them. And sadly, this year, the war is still going on. So I'm going to be making another Ukrainian dish called Sirniki, I think it's how you say it. It's a cheese pancake used with farmer's cheese, and so I'm going to be making that Sunday. I think I said 11. I think I put, but I will be giving more information not only in my community tab here on YouTube channel, but also Twitter. So if you're not following me on Twitter, Philly Live, be sure and do so because you get all the last minute latest information there. And so that will be the stream in honor of Ukraine, in honor of 1 year here on the YouTube. And Archie, I saw that it's been about 6 months for you. So very proud of you and love what you're doing. And that, by the way, that he made, I didn't even tell you this, he made a beef stroganoff pie that looked phenomenal. Maybe that's the pie when we got to talk sometime, Archie, because we got to figure out this whole pie thing. Like you teaching me how to make a pie. I've not forgotten that. It's just been, I've been trying to like in my mind figure that out. So I'll message you about that and we'll have to figure that out. But in the meantime, we'll see you Sunday. And I am at, I think like 437 with my subscribers. Once I hit 500 friends, once I hit 500 subscribers, I'm going to do a 5-hour stream. I'll plan one and we will talk about, like, as DS had suggested, the top 5 of different types of content we had. And I'm so excited about that. So, you know, if you like this, please follow, like, subscribe, and get the notifications. You should do that. But share it with your friends so that we can do that 5-hour stream. And I will probably regret saying that that's what I'll do, but you know, I'm a woman of my word. And if I say it, I will do it. You should do that while I'm out of town. You're never out of town, though. He's always around. No, I'm just teasing. All right. So, friends, thank you so much. Thank you, Archie. And nice to meet you, Alvin. And everyone have a great evening until we eat again. What are you taking out tonight? So, thanks, friends. See ya.